All right, how you doing today? So yeah, man, on the grind today, and this came up on my mind because I've been seeing a lot of different podcasts about this particular subject, about T.I. And I made a video about him before. I thought that he was being a pretty good example for his daughter and all that, but it looks like to me that T.I. is in a lot of trouble right now, okay? And his wife, Tiny. And his allegations, okay, of things like abuse, sex trafficking. It's really, really bad, okay, or it's not good. So, I guess this, again, about a week ago or whatever, I want to send a shout out to the elder, okay, Elder Rashawn Shakur, okay. I saw this video about T.I. or whatever, okay, that he was putting guns to women's heads or whatever, and demanding these women, all right, maybe to have maybe sex with maybe his colleagues or whatever. So I looked at it and I'm like, all right, you know, these are allegations. Now I'm starting to see more and more, and it's getting to a point to where I'm not going to say no names or whatever. I'm not going to call out too many names. Where you got some of these podcasters that like to stir up attention based off gossip, to ask out there in Atlanta, okay, the Atlanta police or whatever to seek charges, okay, for like prostitution. And also like assault with a deadly weapon on this couple. I saw a videotape. I didn't get a chance to look into it, but it appears that they may have been pulling out, okay, and maybe talking to somebody and making them get in their car or whatever, okay. So it appears, and again, these are allegations. I like to say this. Or better yet, okay, that there's some tales about, I guess, that, you know, T.I., he is a big name out there in Atlanta. You know, Atlanta native, grew up in Buckhead County. He's been around for 20 years, okay. Probably one of your most profound rappers in the South, and he's still very, very marketable. He actually comes out here to Las Vegas every now and then and performs at the Dre's or whatever, okay. Before everything shut down. There is tales about, I guess, him and his wife, they like to have threesomes or whatever, or foursomes or that type of stuff. And that's their business about what they do in their house. You know, that's their right. Okay? But I like to say this. For people, okay, maybe I'm just trying to lay down a cautionary tale, or you know, something that maybe you can learn from this. Yes, what you do behind closed doors is your business. You will have to answer these things during judgment and all that. And I've said this before if you look at that Robert Zacharias video, all right, part 1 and 2 with Lentz and Dr. Falwell, okay, that yes, what you do is on you, all right, but even in the alternative world, okay, that there is limits, okay. Let me tell you something, all right. Now this is more like on the pagan side or whatever, okay, of the mystery school of Babylon, okay. Because actually, when I studied the scriptures or whatever, and I am formally trained, that you also have a left-hand side or whatever, okay? Before you had the right-hand side, when you go past Genesis 11. There is like a comedic tale, basically, where they talk about Osiris. And basically, they call him Nimrod in the Bible, all right? Where he is the Osiris tale, okay, He is the god of the entertainment industry, okay? He does represent androgyny, but he also, I guess, use women. You know, there is a tale, and it does say in the Bible that, you know, the things that Nimrod done, okay, had turned around and bit him in the backside, okay, that he was torn apart by Shem at Mount Carmel, okay. The comedic side is using women, and then these women are going to come back and tear him apart, okay. That's the Osiris tale. All right, and I think this is what's going on with T.I. right now, okay. So these things do have a way. I'm just thinking, if you're not treating people right, okay, and this type of behavior, it will work against you. And I think that these days that people have to be very, very careful with things like the Metoo movement. You also have these social injustice, these paid agents and so forth on YouTube or other platforms and so forth, okay, that's pushing against this. Men have to be very, very careful. This is a wake-up call. And the Most High has his ways or whatever of using whatever and whomever to, I guess, to curtail this. I'll say that's the word I want to say. I just like to say this, that, man, I hope that they better elaborate. One thing that, if this is true, man, I hope that that either he stops doing what he's doing, or to be so low underneath the radar that whatever he does is overlooked or whatever. You know, he already has more than enough of what he wants or whatever, okay? And as a result, he ended up losing his reality show. He ended up losing, I guess, I didn't even know that he was playing, had a role on Ant-Man or whatever. So that's gone. It's going to probably be very, very hard for him to get work in LA, okay, after these allegations and so forth. So this is what's happening right now, and the same tale as went on with R. Kelly, okay, a man that had it all though too, okay, houses, cars, women, and this dude or whatever, okay, the same thing with that, I guess, surviving R. Kelly thing, that they're coming after him, and he ended up losing pretty much everything, and he's in jail right now, getting stabbed up by pins. So I just pray that, man, they're going to have to make up some way or whatever to elaborate that tape or whatever. They probably better say, look, you know what? They better be impersonators or whatever, and they just happen to pick somebody and take them up to McDonald's or something. Because if they end up finding something on that tape that corroborates with all these complaints, there's supposed to have been 30 complaints. They're looking at probably at least 5 years. And, you know, when you are doing time like that, especially if it's some type of federal, they're looking at federal charges, okay? Because what happened was, I think about 10 years ago, that T.I. had a gun charge or whatever, and he ended up going to jail again for having a gun, another gun, so it ended up being twice, okay, for breaking that probation. Man, they're probably looking at probably at least 5 years or whatever. All right, that's what I'm thinking. That they probably want to look at probably more than that, like 20 years. Okay, but 25 years, but probably end up doing 5 years and at least 85% of that. I mean, this is very, very serious here. So, man, I just pray that if those, whatever they got going on, to fix it. But then again, you really don't know what's going on in people's bedrooms when those doors are closed. Okay, it happens to the best of them. It happens to holy people. It happens to regular people. Okay, that maybe decide, I guess, at a certain point in their life, if they want to become, more unfiltered or more unadulterated. Okay, maybe based on the money and the power that they got or whatever. Okay, but there is limits. All right, there's no such thing about as being invincible. You see what happened to Samson, right? That thought he was invincible or whatever, okay, and ended up getting crushed or whatever by pillars. Yes, you cannot out-cheat physics. But man, I pray for those that couple, and man, I hope they don't even fart the wrong way. It's a wake-up call for everybody. And I'm just saying this with love. I don't want to try to degrade anybody, okay? But this is a time where you have to, these things are coming to light and all that, okay? With all this technology and all that. And people just going to have to just think on a higher level. All right, if you like this video, feel free to subscribe, share, leave your comments, and check out some of my other videos. And thanks for listening. And one other thing, I'm not trying to use like nobody's name or whatever to try to get ratings. I may do that, and I hate bringing up topics like this or moral topics. We all have work we have to do. We make mistakes or whatever, but I want to do it in a way in which maybe there's some type of sound doctrine and maybe something that you can learn from. All right, that's the intent of this channel, or the reason why I'm trying to send out these messages. Okay, thanks for listening.